Hello, I'm filming from the place where I do my hitchhiking from. I hope you can hear me properly. The place where I do my hitchhiking from. Um, I think a half hour late to my job, and I still haven't hitchhiked to it because I have a feeling to stay here and to make this video. So what's up, man? How you feeling today? Like shit? Yeah, me too. I just saw a reel or short or whatever of this family who adopted a baby deer, and like day 100 or something, the baby deer died. And you know, I see that shit, and I think about the world and everything, and fucking, why do I have to go to work and shit? This thing adults do when you start talking about shit I'm 22, and apparently I'm in the phase of thinking about the world and everything, and when you talk about it they get really silent, and the either they get really silent and they don't say anything, or they say something vague fucking I don't know, it is what it is, or some shit like that. And the other time, the other half of the time, they're oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think you should shame people for thinking about shit. Because okay, so what are the possibilities realistically? So I know there's an infinite amount of possibilities, but I'm going to list the ones that I think about. One, God exists. Okay, God exists, and destiny exists, and everything is supposed to happen in a very specific way, so that something happens at the end, something like that. Two, God doesn't exist, and then fucking out, well, if God doesn't exist, it gives a feeling of fucking, what the fuck is the fucking point? Sure, I can meet people like me and have a good time, but the world is gonna be fucking shit, because there's so many. Okay, let's not even talk about the cunts of the world, that if you haven't met them, you'll meet them, or at least you'll meet one, and then you'll understand what a cunt actually is. And so there's people like that, but most people are don't give a shit about anything. They only give a shit about fucking entertainment and fucking sugar food, and that's it. And they don't actually try and empathize with other people, or even their own kids or animals. How they don't try and empathize with their kids, let alone their animals, their pets, like cats, fucking dogs, fucking fish, rabbits, or whatever. They don't even think of them as fucking having value, you know? Then, oh, it's just a rabbit, it's a fucking stupid rabbit. Who gives a shit? So there's this fucking. I hope they did something about it, because it's really it's really terrible. It's fucking like awful. It's the worst thing that I can imagine an entity experiencing. Is my friend, well, my ex-friend Theo. His one of his little brothers wanted to get a rabbit, and this rabbit spent his life in a cage. And when I say a cage, I don't mean a spacious cage. I mean a cage that he wouldn't even be able to stand up. And he spent his life in it and died. I hope he's fucking dead. Because, seriously, what's the alternative? Is that he lives years more of his life in a cage. And, there's so many people like that out there who just don't give a shit. So if God doesn't exist, there's no reward for those people, the people who suffer because of cunts, or not even cunts, people who don't give a shit. Like, And it's not that they don't give a shit purposefully, because that's cunts. They don't give a shit because they don't care. They don't even want to care. They, like, if they were able to understand what caring is, they would choose not to. And like, there's like, I'm pretty sure more than 50% of the people on earth are like that. And like, if God doesn't exist, meaning that there's no meaning to that, there's no like somebody suffers immensely because of either dumb, ignorant, doesn't care, cunty people, that person, that's their one life. That, by the way, I'm saying person, entity, fucking plant, animal, yeah, plant, animal, fish. I don't know if a fish is an animal. A fish isn't a mammal, but it is an animal. Like, if a plant or an animal suffers immensely, and like they don't get anything for it, like, what the fuck, man? Like, how sad is that? And some people, if you tell them that, they go like, "Oh, okay, bro." So yeah, I ping pong between God exists and the world is love and everything happens for a reason, and like the suffering that people experience is for a reason, because like if it isn't for a reason, then fuck me, the world is a sad place. Also, something that's weird. If God does exist, like, why can't he just let me be me? You know? It's like I have to do it, but I can't really. Like, so God does everything, right? He's surrounding me with people that I can't be myself around. I can't physically be myself because, like, I'm fucking, the first one that comes to mind is I'm an extremely fucking, not, I guess perverted is the right like concept. I'm an extremely like sexual person. I'm sure it's because I haven't had much sex in my life. Um, but I'm like extremely lustful, like fucking so much, like constantly thinking about it. And so, like, I constantly want to say things about that, but I can't fucking do it. But, like, what the fuck is the harm in it? Like, okay, it'll most likely make someone feel uncomfortable. Like, they won't know what to say, or like they'll think that if they say the wrong thing, I'll feel like shit for saying that. But like, the fantasy that I have in my head, right, is that one day I meet hippies, um, and like we go and live in a fucking van or some shit. I have no idea. And we do la manche, how you say? We beg for money. There you go. We sit on the side, and if people want to give us money, then great. And if they don't want to give us money, then like about that. Extrapolating myself from the concept. If you have money and you don't give it to SDF, how you say, fucking homeless people, why not? It's like this, it's in the culture of society to not give money to homeless people. But fucking why? Because they're just gonna buy alcohol. What the fuck are you buying, idiot? Like, you're buying ice cream, you're buying Netflix, you're buying all of that. Why? It's to like feel better about your life. What the fuck do you think they're doing? Sorry for being aggressive. I know that's not how you change people's minds. It's not going, you fucking idiot, you haven't thought this through. So yeah, What I try to do now when I see a homeless person is, first of all, hi, give them a handshake, because nobody does for some fucking reason. It's because they're sat on the sidewalk, nobody talks to them. It's like they become something else than human, you know? They become like less than human. They become like, how you say in India, I'm pretty sure, the untouchables. It's, you can't touch them, or else it's like fucking awkward or something. It's like what the fuck kind of culture do we live in societally? Like, I'm pretty sure it's worldwide that people have this thinking of like, if someone is homeless, then like they deserve to be homeless, or like they're like what, like they, I'm actually not sure, like other concepts than that. Fucking whatever. So whenever I have money, I try to give it to homeless people, even if they seem like cunts. I don't give a shit, man. And so I just give it to them, and you know, like the only time that I'm like, okay, is like the women when they go, oh, for the kids, and clearly they don't have fucking kids, and like that's the only time that I'm like, okay, bro, like I really don't want to fucking give you money right now, but like fucking, you know, like the only way they're going to survive is if I give them money. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I'm not being egotistical. I'm saying you like, if I don't give them money, they're not going to survive. Or like they'll have to steal some shit. Either they'll starve to death, or they'll have to steal something. Whatever. So yeah. I'm really lucky now because while I've been going through this phase of like thinking about the world, I've been able to stay at home and not do anything. And some people, right now, as I'm saying this, have to go through that phase while, like, being either physically exhausted through work, mentally exhausted through like raising kids, spiritually exhausted from living in a place where like spirituality isn't allowed, or it's like looked down upon, frowned upon, or some shit like that. And yeah, I don't know. So yeah, my protocol on meeting homeless people is a hello, like a hello, a shake of hands, and then that's the basis. And if they seem like all right people, then I talk to them like nearly all the time, unless I have to go somewhere, you know. And so yeah. Just a second. There's a mosquito. Fucking me, that hurts. No, about killing things. I always try to judge on attitudes, not what they are, because I believe that any entity can gain a certain like wisdom, like, how do you say, regardless of what they are. It's not because their brain is smaller or just period, because they're smaller, that they can't learn like life lessons. Like, sure, they can't fucking do maths, but like neither can I. So what the fuck is the difference? And so I do think that humans are intellectually, well, superior, I guess is the proper term. They're intellectually superior to everything else because from the time that we're born, we're educated by like relatively extremely smart and educated and wisdomy entities. But like if you're born in nature, and especially if you're born in a forest instead of like um, whatever, the fucking whatever. If you're born in a place where survival is the primary concern, you don't have time to think, right? So what the fuck am I trying to say? So yeah, that's why humans are so fucking intelligent. I'm sure, like, when we were tribes, when we were tribes of people, I don't think we were that intelligent either. Whatever. So yeah, Midnight, the new cat that we got, she is so independent, like fucking crazy shit. So like she goes out at night and for like 12 hours or some shit. She comes back, eats a little, goes out. We don't see her for another 12 hours. And so she's exploring the fucking world. And I hope that, you know, she doesn't get fucking, you know, raped or something. Believe it or not, that's how cats have sex. Is the the cat, the male cat, um, grabs the back of the neck with his mouth of the female cat, and then he gets on top and fucks her. And so that's very, very, how do you say, romantic. So yeah, I really want to feel special, so 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 bad, and you know, because like I understand the concept that if I practice something over and over and over and over, I'll be good at it. It's inevitable that I become better and better and better to the point where somebody wants to pay money to see what I can do, right? And like, there's the concept that I can understand. And also, there's the thing of like, I don't know if other people have it. Like, when I listen to music, I can see scenes in my mind, like the scene of a movie. And so it made me believe that um, I can maybe become a director and create movies and shit, right? So about raves, right? The places that you go, and there's big machines that make really loud noise, and usually I'm not sure that always, but usually the music that plays is and it's outdoors, and you go in a field or some shit, and there's all types of fucking people, and there's dangerous people, there's cool people, there's chill, there's selfish cunts, there's everyone, and it's a really freeing place because like it's only like social law. I don't know if I talked about that before. It's like social law where like if you try and steal from someone, if you try and steal from someone, um, the only repercussions are going to be people beat the shit out of you, right? It's not like they're going to call the police. And it's a really interesting place because you can meet like anyone. You can meet anyone. If someone is aware that that place exists, they can possibly go. They have the possibility of going, and therefore you can meet them. So yeah, it's an interesting place. It's fucking really like it's really like, how do you say, attractive thing. Like how do you say, gravity. You know, like there's something that exists, and it pulls you towards it. So yeah. This guy, when I was he gave me weed. So his car was stuck, and he needed like a forward, like a running start to start his car. And I lifted it up the hill, like quite impressively. And he gave me weed. That was nice. Like it gives shits on weed. Like literally a fistful of weed. A fistful of weed. That's a John Wayne movie. Clint Eastwood. There you go. That's a Clint Eastwood movie. Now, fistful of weed. See, my from what I can tell, at least now, is I'm a fun person. I'm a chill person. I'm a comfortable person, but I'm not smart. I'm not responsible. I don't take care of business. I'm just fun to be around. And yeah. Like, I never judge anyone. And because I'm a human, the moment that I see someone, I have the, the human, the animal, the living thing instinct of assessing the person, right? And so first of all, it's, are they better than me or are they worse than me? That's the first thing. It's, by the way, it's momentary. It's scientists describe one moment as the shortest period of time that exists. So the first moment is, are they better or are they worse than me? The second moment is, can I have sex with them? The third moment is, what do I do to be attractive to them? Like if they're a woman, I'm heterosexual. If they're a woman, what can I do right now to appear attractive? If they're a man, what can I do right now to appear attractive in a, yeah, bro, like a cool type of way? And I don't know what the fourth moment is, but I'm pretty sure those are the instinctual things that I think whenever I see someone. And like when someone does something that society deems like weird or unacceptable or whatever, like my only limit is if you're hurting someone. Like if someone is being hurt by the thing that you're doing, then yes, I'm going to judge you and I'm going to think less of you. If like you're picking your nose, you like to drink vomit, you like feet, you like to be cucked, shit like that. Like like, why do people give a shit? It's literally like it's to be accepted societally, to like, oh, the group says, the group goes ew when someone picks their nose, so if I go ew, I'll be part of the group, I'll be like over there with them. Whatever, man. Think for yourself. Like, you think about shit and then determine if it's fucking gross or not. Because, like, for me, I pick my nose. I eat my scabs. I I never liked my earwax. Never ever liked it. When I was young, I used to put. I don't know if it was in. Yeah, I think it was in. I used to put my index finger in my ass and then put it in my mouth, and then suck on it until it was clean. Like, who gives a shit? Yeah, it is disgusting. Who gives a shit? I'm sure the only thing that it did was first of all, made my breath smell even more like shit, and second of all, yeah, give my immune system a little boost, you know, a little like a vaccine of shit. So yeah. Also, something that's funny is before I even had concepts, like my parents always explained to us sex and sexual attraction and how people get pregnant and all that. But before I could really understand it, I used to go in the bathroom and with wipes, you know, the wet wipes or whatever, I used to finger my asshole with it when I was really young because it felt amazing. And I had no idea of like gayness, or because, you know, society deems it as a gay thing to finger your own asshole. I had no idea of like, I had no like real understanding of sex, sexual pleasure, sexual attraction, all that. It just felt good. So I just did it. And so yeah, fun times. Abracadabra! Expelliarmus! Lingardium Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Mm. Yeah, I hope that I talked about her in another video. Late night gaming. She's a YouTuber. She just started off, and she's actually entertaining, believe it or not. And so yeah, check her out. She's really fun. She's a really warm and nice person. And yeah. Furiosa is a movie I'll definitely watch, like for sure. It's my style of movie. And it's also Mad Max, and I love the Mad Max game, and so I'm for sure going to watch the movie. So yeah, there's a dragonfly that's been sitting over there in that approximate area over there, and I'm not sure what they're doing. And there's a butterfly. I'm a butterfly. There's a spider on me. There's a spider in my shoe. Run like the wind blows on. There's a snake in my boot. Oh, it's got legs missing. Damn, it was really fast. It just jumped up my leg. Whenever there's an insect in my room and it's somewhere that I can see, I'm always like, don't go where I can't see you, because then I can't protect you by not stepping on you. So like there's a spider in my corner or some shit, and like the next day I wake up and it's not there anymore, and like I have to like watch every step and every movement that I make not to fucking squish it. Because it's not because they're small that they don't have value. Alright, I'll leave you now because there's been a lot of dead air. There you go, dead video or whatever. And so yeah, I'll see you some other time. I love you. If no one loves you in your life, I love you. And have a nice day. And kiss an animal for me today. And I said animal, meaning everything that isn't a plant. Alright, bye. Well, technically fungi. Alright, bye.